If you want God to laugh, tell him about your plans. How many times we prepared, developed strategies, but everything turned out to be the other way around? Maybe there is something wrong with us? No, there is nothing wrong with us. Even the smartest and the most righteous people had the same situations. When famine forced Abraham to leave the land of Israel, he went to Egypt, which was known for its immorality. On the way, he began to worry about his beautiful wife, Sarah, being kidnapped by Egyptians. And these guys would simply kill him in order to do that. Abraham comes up with a strategy. If they see a beautiful married woman, then they kill her husband to take her. But if this woman is not married, then, on the contrary, they try to appease the men in her family so that they would agree to give her to them as a wife. Abraham says to Sarah, "Please say that you are my sister, and then they'll come to me to bargain for you. I can stall the time until we can go back." But the plan didn't work out. Sarah was so beautiful that they wanted to take her for the Pharaoh. And for the harem of His Majesty, they don't bargain with anyone. They just kidnap. Sarah was kidnapped and she was saved only by a miracle. Literally, God protected her from being defiled by the Pharaoh. So, did Abraham do the right thing by making his plans? The Kabbalah says that this story of Abraham was a spiritual prototype of what would happen later to the Jewish people. Jacob, the grandson of Abraham, will also move to Egypt because of a famine in Israel. His plans were to stay there for a short time, and he considered himself protected from the Pharaoh. But his plans didn't work out. The Jews became enslaved and stayed there for more than 2 centuries. God made sure that the Jews would miraculously survive and they would not be defiled by the Pharaoh, which means that their Jewish souls would not be affected by the slavery. But did Jacob do the right thing by moving to Egypt? Was he wrong for making these plans? In both stories of Abraham and Jacob, people were saved only by a miracle. But maybe they should have avoided situations where they were on the brink of a tragedy and needed miracles. When both Abraham and Jacob were making their decisions, they were guided by the information that they had at that time and followed in their decisions the rules given to them by the Torah. They had to save their families from hunger and did it in the most correct, according to Judaism, way. It is true that their plans didn't work out, but in the end, everything turned out to be fine. Why? Because they acted according to God's will. If you do what they want from you from above, and along your path you make your decisions based on the laws of the Torah, then I don't know if everything will go according to your plan. But I do know that everything will go according to God's plan. And in the end, everything will be fine. If you follow His laws, then He takes care of everything else. And if a miracle is needed, He'll make a miracle.